Good afternoon, everybody. Happy Sunday. Did y'all make it? I barely did. Today, we are going to take one small step closer to the truth about the one at the center of all the corruption in Norfolk County, Michael the Meatball Morrissey. You may have already heard that Michael Morrissey has been the district attorney in Norfolk County since 2010, since his very first election, and has been running unopposed ever since. Well, I did a little additional digging, and this man has been in some form of public office since 1976. This page shows the very beginning of his history of all elections in which he participated. So his very first one here, this is on electionstats.state.ma.us, is in 1976. He ran for being state representative. He did have opposition in both the primary and general election for that position. From that point forward, he continued to run unopposed until 1990, when he decided to run for state Senate. The display of Morrissey's election history is backwards and staggered and a little hard to read. So I did my very best with low blood sugar, I'm diabetic, to rewrite this in a way that visually makes a little more sense. It is not perfect. Y'all bear with me. Okay, so it's not digital and it's not the prettiest ever, but here we go. So we have opposition in 1976, won with a 79% majority, and this is the general election. 78 unopposed. There's nothing listed in 1980. Then we have another unopposed election in 1982. Now in 1984, he did have opposition in the primary. Another Democrat ran against him, and then no one to oppose him in the general election again. And then in 86, completely unopposed from primary to general. He did have opposition in 1990, where he won with a 60% majority. Now, at this point, Michael Morrissey decides to run for state Senate. 92, he had opposition. 45% majority, he had two opponents. Nothing listed in 1994 for the election on this site. You know, government websites, you know how they can be. Completely unopposed in 1996, completely unopposed in 1998, completely unopposed in 2000, in 2002, in 2004, in 2006, and in 2008. What in the world? And then he just rolls off the table and moves down to DA, where he won with a 60% majority for the district attorney of Norfolk County, and to this day has not had an opponent. So for 48 years, this man has run for public office and has only had an opponent four times in 48 years. So for 48 years, somebody has been funding this man, somebody has been backing this man, and somebody has been keeping other people off the ballots, because I refuse to believe that in 48 years, nobody has wanted to run against him. Nobody has wanted to serve as a state representative. Nobody else has wanted to serve as a state senator, and nobody else has wanted to serve as the Norfolk County district attorney. And it's more than just these small donors, and it's more than just these people, because it takes big money to consistently accomplish something like that. So Karen, I know that you are a financial analyst, and we need some more big finance people, some big investigators to take a closer look at this. So Karen, I don't know if you already know about this, or if you even ever do see little old me down here all the way in Florida in my pajamas, but if you do happen to get a spare moment on your hands, maybe you or some of your finance buddies can look into what's going on here.